Our next guest was a 90s heartthrob, and today he is one of America's favorite special agents. Please welcome to DBL, Jeremy Sisto.
Hi.
Jeremy, you just loved that intro, didn't you?
I'm into it. Yeah. I'm into it. I like when you say my name. Whatever you have around it is fine.
Okay. All right, so it's been 28 years since Clueless. Do you still get recognized for that movie in particular?
Oh, yes, of course. I do indeed. No, it's amazing. That movie has transferred from one generation to the next. It's amazing that it's still relatable despite the differences in culture. But can you believe that Cher didn't have an Instagram account? I was thinking about
shocking.
That's true.
That's shocking. She was like the original influencer.
I mean, that closet alone, I still dream of having something like that, you know?
But
perhaps that's why it was slightly futuristic, so it keeps hitting these next generations.
There's a resurgence. Like, I was in Target the other day, and they have Clueless-themed, like, chapsticks for girls and makeup bags. And then our babysitter the other day was wearing a Clueless t-shirt. She's 14. I said, have you seen Clueless? Big resurgence. Congratulations.
So what's the craziest fan encounter that you've had?
Well, I mean, just in general, you can see it in so many people's faces when they approach me. They just want to ask me to roll with the homies. I know they do. I give it up very easily now, but they don't want to bother me. I can tell. They just can't help themselves. So I lean into it, and I give them what they want right off the bat.
Yeah,
sometimes I'm wrong, and then it's just awkward.
Jerry, I got to ask, your kids are 10 and 13. Obviously, they don't babysit Sam's kids. But do they get impressed with any of the roles you had, like in Clueless, or anything that you've done embarrass them in any sort of way?
Well, when my daughter was about that age of that picture, she did dress up as her and her friends dressed up as the Clueless characters for Halloween. But she's getting over that. But I think she has fun with the idea that her dad was that ridiculous kid. And my son watches FBI with me, gets very, very invested. Although I think he likes Zico more than me, which is fine.
That's cool.
This is cool. I mean, at Roland, it was based on Emma, also an Jane Austen book. All of Clueless is based on Emma, so it's long lasting. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah. So it is a story, and that's maybe one of the reasons it keeps being.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about FBI. As you said, your show FBI gets millions of viewers every single week. Did you have to go through like cool FBI training for the role?
Well, we did. We did get to hang out with some agents who I'm still friendly with, and get to see sort of how that whole machine works. But no, actual FBI training. We don't actually do the job of the FBI's, which is probably better.
It's called acting, I love. It's called acting.
Right, thank goodness. So your character in FBI has to juggle parenthood and his high-stress job. Do you relate to any of the dad struggles you portray on the show? And why does it look like you're like illustrated? What is this filter that you have on? I feel like you look like an illustration.
It's not on my. I mean, in my camera, it doesn't look like that, but it does. Yeah, I look like a cartoon version of myself. I like it. So what did I say? What do I have in common with? I guess the endless love that one has for their child. I relate to that, and also the love and gratitude I have for the job I have. He has that same thing. He's going through a lot. Tonight's a big episode for him. He's dealt with a lot of tough stuff over the last couple of seasons, and tonight you'll see him make some very questionable. I'll say it, some bad choices.
Sneak peek.
But, he's not perfect. He's just human.
Wow, that's so cool that your son watches that with you.
I know.
Yeah, I'm like, Daddy's on TV, and he's like, where are Skittles? That's cool. That's cool. Maybe one day. So before we go, we have to ask you about your musical Instagram posts. You released an album back in 2012. Any chances of another album? Because I see a guitar right next to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, sure. My alter ego, Escape Tailor, could make an appearance. I've been trying to get better and better at guitar over the last couple of years, which is great. I'm proud of myself. But sometimes I find myself now with players that are just so much better. I was with a guy yesterday who said, "Oh, that oven fan is a B flat," and it didn't even sound like a note to me. So I was like, I should probably quit.
Do you think you could play us out, maybe a little something, and grab that guitar?
I mean, it's not plugged in, so it would be. I could show you just the motion of it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's good enough.
Roll it.
Yeah, rolling with the homies,
You won't
if you
actually
will.
hear me, so I'll do like. You can put sound over it later to make it
Tori will
sound.
make the sound.
Okay.
You do the
Ready?
thing, and Tori will do the sound.
Lord.
There we go.
3, 2, 1. Sisto.
I'm working on my guitar face. It's not great, but I'm
I
getting.
saw the guitar face.
We were hoping
see
he'd
you.
come back, but now we're not so
Now he's
sure.
not coming back. He's gone.
DVL Nation, you can watch FBI tonight on CBS. It also streams on Paramount Plus. Thank you so much, Jeremy. What a joy. We'll be right back. Thank
Charmer.
you.